house in the middle now. We brought everything out to the front, got started on the project. The homeowner looked at it and she said, you know, I'd really love to have 2 more feet of space. I said, okay, well, we've already poured concrete. Well, we re-engineered the project, took an extra day and a half to get that done. Had the trusses re-engineered, make some modifications to the truss on site, got those stamped by an engineer. We cantilevered the front of the house out an additional 2 feet, which gave her 2 more feet of space inside. We still have enough room on the porch for it to be legal and safe. So we were able to work that all out. Added about 4 days to our timeline, but we still got it done and it did give her a lot of space. So come on in, let's take a look. One of the other things that we did on this project was we reused the doors and windows. There was nothing wrong with them. So in an effort to save cost, by just reusing the door and the window, we probably saved $6,000 to $7,000 in cost for the homeowner, and it works just as good as it works better than it did before. The staircase used to go down that way, then it turned and went this way. We opened this all up and put the banister in so that the room feels much bigger. We took out the huge chimney that was sitting right here. You can see a little bit of the imprint that's still left. It covered this whole spot right here. By getting rid of this, we're going to be able to give her an 8-foot island in here that has lots more storage. We're going to rework some of the existing kitchen. So I'm excited to see how this is going to come together, but so much more room in here. Oh, we got some cool things that we're going to do in here. We're going to be using some hammered copper and putting in quartz countertops. So this is going to be beautiful. Can't wait to get that done. Now you may remember from last time, the staircase came down and then we had a landing that turned and came out here. We made some modifications in here. We doubled up the joist and moved this over so that we can get a full 36-inch legal staircase in here. Also, by turning it around and going this way, we now have a 5-foot by 3-foot landing essentially at the end of the stairs. It feels way more open. Some things that are going to change mechanically. You notice we stripped the ceiling, got rid of all the drop ceiling. That gives us the ability to take all these wires and run them through the floor joists. Whenever this gets worked on, we have to bring that up to code. So we'll run all the wires through the floor joists. These ducts that you see here are going to be discontinued. The way that they're configured, if I had hooked onto this and tried to get heat all the way to the front of the house, it's almost 38 feet away, I would not have enough volume to accomplish that and do it well. We re-engineered all of this as a part of the project. So we're going to use the same furnace, but we're going to configure the ductwork so we have a single trunk that comes down the middle of where we excavated, and we can go even directions both ways upstairs. Also, we're setting it up so that the basement can be heated separately from that furnace. This is where the old chimney rested. This was the footing and foundation for it. There was another fireplace here. We took that out as a part of the project. After we opened this up and got to looking at it, we realized that the furnace is setting out here. If we just shift it that way about 2.5 feet, it opens this whole space up and gives you somewhere around another 8 to 14 foot of space that's going to be a part of this living space now. By moving this furnace over this direction, it's going to come over and set basically right in here. This is the new crawl space that we put in. We opened this all up, dropped it as low as possible, gave them about 60 inches in height, the full size of the addition that we now have. So this is where they're going to be storing everything. And that opens this up, and this can all be finished off into additional living space. So the next time we do our walkthrough, you'll get to see this moved over. There'll be a door here. The new ductwork will be going through here. It's going to come down, actually step over and come down here. That will eliminate, by what we're doing, all of the bulkheads that would normally be in a basement. That was one of the things when we have lower ceilings in basements, I want to try to get rid of is all the bulkheads that we can. It will condense it down to where we'll have one single bulkhead that spans across the hallway that we create here in between this room, which is storage and mechanical, and the new bathroom that will go in phase 2 as a part of that project. It's going to be so much cleaner, so much easier to maintain, and the airflow in this furnace, or from this furnace, is going to be so much better by going this way. So looking forward to showing you the tour next time.